Welcome to our new series on 10-minute prophecy. This new series is aiming to go through the whole book of Daniel and the book of Revelation in 10-minute bite-sized chunks. By the end of this series, you will have a good grasp of what Bible prophecy is and where we are in God's timeline. We want to welcome everybody for joining us today. Have you ever wondered why there are so many different interpretations of Daniel and Revelation? Do you want to know which interpretive method is the one that the Bible supports? Today we're going to start this series with the ways that people interpret Bible prophecy. Now this is very important, as you can imagine. If you have the wrong foundation or the wrong lens of interpreting Bible prophecy, then of course it will lead to many confusing interpretations of the prophetic books. Did you know that Christians used to all interpret Bible prophecy using one method? Would you like to know that method? It is non-denominational and it was universal until non-biblical interpretive methods slowly got introduced through a religious state power that did not want people to know that the Bible identified it as the Antichrist power. Now the word Antichrist means to be in place of Christ or substitute of Christ, and thus anti-Christian. So let's look at the 5 prophetic interpretive methods that are out there, and then let's find what is the true biblically supported method. The first one is called preterism. Preterism is a non-literal method of reading prophecy, and basically what this interpretive method says is that the Bible prophecies have already been fulfilled from our point of view today in this modern age. It teaches that all the symbols and the depictions in Daniel and Revelation all refer to the first century and none of it is for our future. So, preterism states that everything has happened in the past and there is no other prophecy in the future. That is preterism. The second interpretive method is something called historicism. Now, historicism, or the other name for this is continuous interpretation, is the view that Bible prophecy is grounded in history. In other words, history is the anchor, and that God uses prophecy to point out specific identification marks to know time, whether it is in the past, present, or future. This method also uses the other prophecies in the Bible to figure out what the symbols in the prophecy mean, as God is consistent. This method states that prophecies have fulfilled in the past, prophecies are currently being fulfilled, and prophecies will be fulfilled in the future. So this is historicism. The third method is something called idealism. Now, the idealist interpretation sees revelation and prophecy in general as having no real correlation to anything in history. Idealists in general believe that the book is fiction and that it is a symbolic picture of the fight between good and evil. So for the idealist, any attempt to determine events that have passed or that are in the future is pointless, because he believes that it is only supposed to give us encouragement. The next method is called eclecticism. The eclectic interpretation blends 2 types of interpretive models. One is futurism and the other is preterism. It uses preterism, but only partially. This was created by George Eldon Ladd, and his idea was that this method sees the book of Revelation as all being filled in the past, but the last chapters of Revelation especially describe the second coming of Jesus. While most theologians who believe this do not believe in the millennium or any literal interpretation of Revelation chapters 20 to 22, they believe that Jesus is coming back in the future. That is eclecticism. Now, the last method is called futurism. Futurism is an interpretive method that believes that the prophecies of Revelation 4 to 22, as well as Daniel's chapters 2, 9 and 12 and Ezekiel chapters 36 to 48 are all prophecies of the future and have not been fulfilled yet. Theologians who hold to this view believe that these prophecies are coming and that it will be revealed when certain events happen. These are all the interpretive lenses of Bible prophecy. So the question is, which one is the correct one? Which view and which lens are we to use to look at Bible prophecy? Well, to understand how to interpret Bible prophecy, we should go to the source of the prophecy, which is the Bible, and find out which interpretive method is consistent with the biblical method of interpretation. To know the answer, we will let the Bible explain it for us as we go to Daniel chapter 2. This concludes our time together. Join us next time when we find out which biblical method is most consistent with biblical doctrine and thought. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you're enjoying the video so far or have any questions, please comment below. Hope to see you soon.